Olá pessoal, esse é mais um Fala Carlão e você já sabe, o Fala Carlão é sempre na prateleira de cima do agronegócio brasileiro. A gente faz uma cobertura hoje aqui no lançamento oficial no Brasil da companhia Willowood. E aqui do meu lado o presidente Vijay Mundhra, que ele é o fundador da companhia e vai falar conosco agora. Vijay, thank you very much for coming here in our program. Congratulations to your presentation.
Thank you, and I'm very excited to be here amongst all new friends that we have made, and very excited for the future that we foresee here in Brazil. Brazil is the largest global agrochemical market, a very large agricultural market, and I mean, every time when I come here and I eat the produce here in Brazil, especially the fruits that you have here that I get in the breakfast are amazing. The quality is amazing, the taste is amazing. So it's really, the days begin with lot of excitement for me right from the breakfast.
It's true that you coming here at Brazil for a long time, since 1980s, 9 years?
So I did come before, but then in between I had stopped coming because I had a few customers and certain changes happened with those customers. So there was a disconnect. And then finally I thought that with such a large market, I think it will probably make more sense to be present on our own in the market with a team on the ground so that we can serve the customers, the growers, more ably and more consistently as against totally depending on third parties.
Perfect. Tell me about the history of this company, where you found this. Here in our program, you used to say that nobody's born like a president or like a founder, like saying, where about your history?
Well, it was a very humble beginning for me because I moved out of India and went to Hong Kong. And all I had was a blessing from my father and moral support that he would help me out if need be. Fortunately, it did not so happen that I had to fall back for much support on family. But yeah, things worked out. I believe that we had a very clear vision and strategy, and I'm thankful that a lot of customers had faith and belief in us, and they continued to support us, and we continue to grow over the years from one person, which was me, to today more than 800 people where the company is, and 30 years of rich history of growth and deliverance.
Yes, to make success, the day to the night, it's not existed. 30 years ago, 30 years working hard, and that's why because you coming here. No?
Yeah, so I would say that perseverance is the key to succeed, but also very important to align yourselves with the right people. It is very important that you find people who think alike, who become your partners, and also, last but not the least, we are very fortunate to have a very young and dynamic team, and I credit all the success to them.
You say that you have scientists, the research is very important for your company. You have more than 100 scientists working there.
Absolutely, and science is the background or the backbone of what Willowood is today. As I mentioned in my presentation earlier, that everything that we do is driven by science, and it is developed completely indigenously in-house, so we are not depending on any outside providers or third parties. So yeah, I mean, science is what drives us, and intellectual property is what is our goal. And I think that is the only way where by creating that we can add value to our clients, our customers, to the growers, to have new solutions where not only does it bring value to us, to our channel partners, but also to the grower because they have a new solution which is costing them less in terms of application on the field.
So do you have a happy coincidence of people and the structure, brand with investment?
Well, I would say that if your intentions are good, somehow things fall in place, and then you make friends who support you, and you find team members who support you. So, yeah, I mean, we all have to keep our heads down and continue to do good work, having faith in mind, and I think the rest happens.
And
I,
you,
I believe in God and I believe in fate. So I believe in the fact that what I need to do is do my best and leave it to the fate.
yeah, perfect. You see the importance of B2B, and you show most important companies around the world that you are your customers, but you said business to consumer is you make sense, you make importance of these portfolios too. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so that's a very good point you have raised. So in within our evolution, we value the relationship that we have with these large companies because they have strengthened our operations and they continue to be very valuable customers to us. But for us to add more value to our own business, we cannot remain just the raw material supplier to the larger companies. We have to find our own ways to create a product portfolio where we can add value to the grower, add value to the channel partner, as I said, and have something that can be sustainable in longer term. Because you see, the landscape changes fast and the markets are so dynamic that today you are supplying some raw material to somebody and it changes tomorrow. But if you create your own proprietary brands, then you have a loyal customer base that you can continue to serve year over and over decades. And that's why it's very important to develop and serve this B2C segment strategy.
I think it is important. You are always aware of the necessities of your customers.
So I think it is key for the management of a company to think for future. It is very important that the management of the company is not entirely busy in the day-to-day operations of the company, but should have a good team and free time to think about future. What can you do in future? How you can continue to be relevant in future, and that is the key that any management faces and has to continue to think about.
One thing that's it's more important for at this moment for Brazilian agriculture is biological products, biological systems. Are you thinking about that?
Absolutely. I mean, Brazil. So first we have to understand that what drives it. The customer expectation drives this because the consumer now is very, very vigilant and very sensitive. They want products which are very low toxicity, which are very environmentally friendly, and that is why governments are also getting very strict. And I think Brazil is doing its bit. And as one of the slide was being shown, Brazil is the largest biological market on the planet today. And I think it's good that Brazil is taking that lead. And eventually, every company of any strategic importance will have to look at both the conventional segment and the biological segment because I think in future a hybrid model will work where you will have to use both the chemicals and the biologicals to find a suitable solution and that will help reduce the impact on the environment.
From now to 5 years, we if we come back here in Brazil and stay with this interview again, what do you expect to tell me about the Willowood here in Brazil? What is your challenges and expectations?
Well, in terms of expectations, I think we have been fortunate and we have been very successful to create a portfolio and create a business in India. Although Brazil is a very different market, so I cannot necessarily say that exactly same strategies would work.
Okay.
But gradually we will have to understand the landscape in Brazil better. That's why we have Marcos here. We are gradually, we will be building a team, and hopefully that team will help us and guide us along with our friends and customers here. The expectation with Brazil is that, Brazil today, as people say, is probably $18 billion or so there are different numbers being told by different people, but still a very significantly large market. In 5 years' time, we hope that we can grow that business to nearly $100 million, especially by bringing in the proprietary products that we are developing, so that we can have consistency in our business model and we can serve the customers with something which is a very distinct and different portfolio. In terms of challenges, obviously Brazil is a very developed market. The use of crop protection chemicals and the information is very evolved, so the customer is very well informed. And that is why it's very important that whatever we bring here, we can distinguish ourselves away from others and create our own niche in the market, so that people can say that, okay, for at least for certain particular problems, there is Willowood and there is Willowood product that we can look upon to and fall back upon.
Thank you very much for your coming here at Fala Carlão. I hope you come back again.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure, and thank you for giving me this opportunity and time.
Maybe someday I'm going to India to know the big farm. Congratulations.
Absolutely, be my guest. The invitation is open. Whenever you plan to come, give me a call. And
this year at November 30 to December 12, we will participate COP28 in Dubai. Our program in Dubai, a climate ONU.
Oh, right, yeah. Yes. So November is a good time to go to Dubai or to come to India because the weather is quite nice and it's easy to go around in India. But yeah, India is also a very diverse country in terms of agriculture, politics, and religion. So very interesting things to see. But if you decide to come, please do let us know, and we will be more than happy to host you.
Yeah. India is here in Brazil. India is very important for us in Brazil, especially for the cattle, because the races that cattle create here in Brazil are from India.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's new information for me. I didn't know that.
Yes, all the bulls that we have here are imported in the decade 1960 from India.
Oh, that's very interesting to know. So we at least have that cultural history to put us together.
Yes.
And but of course, both Brazil and India are very large countries, yes, large markets. So it's very important for them to be working closely with each other for development of both countries.
Thank you. It's an honor to me to talk to you.
Absolutely, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for allowing me the time, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes. Eu falei aqui com Vijay Mundhra, que é o presidente e o fundador da Willowood, que está hoje tendo o lançamento oficial aqui no Brasil. Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you. Thank you once again.
Um forte abraço a todos vocês e a gente se vê no nosso próximo vídeo.